Mob Psycho 100 has officially ended with season 3 episode 12, and what an amazing series it was. The final episode was beautiful from start to finish. But bro, when the first opening of Mob played, when Reagan was running to save Mob, I got chills. I almost started to get a little emotional. Seeing Reagan run and try his hardest to calm Mob down as Mob is kind of going in this uncontrollable second side of him rage was honestly just everything we've had in the series, and between their relationship come into like a full swing sort of thing. They're both helping each other out with the other side of themselves that they kind of keep hidden, or they put on these personas, and it was really interesting. The culmination of Mob's story was amazing, especially the talk with Reagan after he calms down. Reagan officially telling Mob the truth about who he really is, and the conversation itself about being accepting of who you really are and trying to fit in the world with who you really are with yourself, because we all have a side of us that isn't completely us. Some of it is real and some of it is like a persona we put on just to get through the day, and that's been one of the core themes for Mob through the entire series, especially when he's trying to balance being this powerful Esper versus fitting in at school. And other than the last 3 episodes, my favorite moment was Dimple saving Mob from the divine tree and having that unbelievable fight with the tree and the fake Mob clones. Bones went crazy on that. You see in the whole arc, you see how much Dimple really cares for Mob as a person, more so than him as an Esper. And God, Dimple was honestly just funny as hell. And see, if you seen One Punch Man, you know about Golden Sperm, which is a crazy name, but that's one of the main villains in One Punch Man. And him and Dimple looking the same like always made me laugh. As well as the boss and show's moment between father and son was very wholesome, and I really didn't expect that at all between the boss and show, because I thought the boss was kind of gonna go fight Mob, maybe sacrifice himself, and then they'll have a moment with each other before he passes away or something like that, or maybe he just gets blown away and we just don't get that. But seeing how you see a father who walked away from his family and then he gets another chance to do that, and he changes his mind, instead of fighting Mob, he goes with his son and they kind of just walk away and they have their life, I thought was pretty endearing for their dynamic. And Mob Psycho as a series has honestly been one of the most fun to watch and awe-inspiring because of Bones' beyond good adaptation. I think this is by far their best adaptation in terms of everything they've ever done, in my opinion. From Sword of the Stranger, Full Metal, the first couple seasons in the movies of My Hero, I just think Mob Psycho to me fits that consistency between Bones being creative and them adapting a manga. And looking at the entire series as well, season 1 and 2 are phenomenal, but season 2 for me was the definition of must see. Everyone versus Shimazaki is still one of the most impressive flowing fights I've ever seen. The teleporting man that seemed nearly impossible to beat, doing some of the coolest combinations of teleportation and dodging while attacking, was so dope. Taro being in a sense his main foil was so interesting as well, because Taro was always confident in his abilities, and seeing him try to adapt mid-battle against a guy that was more confident than him and was still more powerful than him was really cool. And of course the build-up and climactic fight of Mob versus the boss, Mob reaching question mark status because he thought he saw his family burning to death, still gives me goosebumps, because Mob being enraged means you pushed him as a person to the lowest he's ever been, and the fight itself isn't like an emotional spectacle. It's just breathtaking to see Mob and the boss just go at it and almost create this crazy destruction based fight, as they're pretty much the top 2 Espers in the series at this point, and it was just amazing. And from season 1, Reagan using Mob's powers is still one of the funniest but cool moments in the series. He fooled the enemy twice in 2 different seasons and suffered no damage each time. Reagan is the finesse king for real. Mob Psycho is a classic for me. I think these 3 seasons have been unbelievably well done. Bones did a phenomenal job. I know they went above and beyond for one, because one's manga and the anime is like night and day, and seeing like them express their creativity, and clearly they love this series, how much they did with each season, with whether it was 12 or 13 episodes, was very fulfilling as a fan of the whole series. And I'm gonna miss this show, man, because I'm gonna miss those amazing build up to unbelievable spectacle fights between Mob or whether there are other characters. I'm gonna miss the fights, the openings. All 3 openings are bangers, but I gotta say the 3rd opening for season 3 is definitely my favorite. I think the one and only one, that one's gonna just stick out a lot compared to the others. But that's the end of the video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and peace.